Langford in his second year. He missed most of the season after wrist surgery. He gets the start.
The pick and roll game will be a little bit different with Marcus Smart running it. And then you insert Langford and Smart up early with the shot.
Okay, Marcus Smart, he's more than just a playmaker. They go from just shy of 5,000 for game 3 up to over 17,000 here tonight. Seats are optional right now as Tatum fires a 3.
Not going to get a lot of looks at times, depending on the flow of the game, but get Joe Harris involved early in this game.
Marcus Smart hits another 3, his second already. Kyrie Irving quickly on the attack. Nobody does it better. Kyrie Irving in transition. His first shot is a miss. Here's Tatum with Durant on him. Tatum spins. Tatum scores.
I mean, that's straight one-on. Really feel the energy from the crowds and what it brings to the table for your home team.
There's Evan Fournier, the follow by Langford. What a moment this is for Romeo Langford, second-year player out of Indiana, had right wrist surgery as Kevin Durant tries to quiet him down. Needless to say, open for business in the sports world in Boston here this weekend as Tatum takes the contact, he scores. And another three-point opportunity here. First quarter. See Tyler Johnson on the floor running the point for the Nets. And there's Durant all the way in for Boston. And Tatum on the cut to the rim, missed the layup. He thought he was fouled. Here's Kyrie Irving for 3. Cash.
I mean, how quickly, 5-point swing. Able to knock in that 3.
Kyrie's got 8. Here's Fournier now. Gets to the paint. Little runner is good. And a foul as Evan Fournier scores inside. Back to your point about Nash, though. He says that about his team with great ISO players as Durant goes ISO and scored 2 days ago, Friday night in game 3. Kevin Durant gets by Parker. That is no contest right there. Kevin Durant blows right by Parker.
Just had the unfortunate situation of all of the injuries, but if he can add some value, put some points on the board, this Boston team has a shot here.
Pritchard all the way. The seas parted for him. 1 out of 2. 3-point Boston lead. And last chance at a shot here for Brooklyn as Durant goes to work on Tatum. Knocks down a mid-range jumper. Missed a lot of time himself with knee injuries. Second-year player out of Georgia, could be a factor defensively as James Harden. A lot of these guys have played in front of crowds like this, even though they've been in the league a couple of years. The bubble experience and a run to the Eastern Conference Finals was with no fans. Pritchard knocks down a 3. Forced the steal, turnover Brooklyn, and Pritchard gives it right back. He thought he was fouled. Here's Joe Harris. Brooklyn would love to get him going a little bit. On a cut to the basket, Harden throws it down. Now Harris. Tyler Johnson rises up over Ogilvy. That's a beautiful stroke. 11-3 Nets run. Harden with 5 of those 11. Took just 1 field goal attempt in the first quarter. Knocked down a couple of free throws in the first, and he finds Joe Harris this time. Harris led the NBA in 3-point percentage this year for the second time in his career. Somehow that pass finds Smart. He's fouled. And Smart will go to the line for an and-one opportunity. Difficult when they're playing good defense. They've had their problems this year defensively. Harden gets right by Fournier to a strong hand, scores with the left.
That's why James Harden took his time patiently and then able to waltz right down and get an easy layup.
There goes Harden. Little sidestep, gets right by Thompson. Harden again to the basket.
For them, is trying to get to an Eastern Conference championship and also to a championship period. So
Harden again finds Irving. Late clock here. Got to put one up. 3-pointer on its way and good. Kyrie Irving with 15 now. Nets have opened up a 10-point lead, 54-44. Here's Evan Fournier. They're going to need it. They get it. Fournier is a very good shooter as a member of the Orlando Magic. Now Fournier trying to check James Harden. Harden goes to the right hand this time. Finishes with a left hand. Both of these teams are missing big pieces. Boston losing Brown was a major hit for them this year. Brown out with that wrist injury, wrist surgery. As Kyrie, little finger roll with a left hand.
Get a shot in that situation.
Boston led by 1 after 1 quarter, 34-33. And long range hit. Brooklyn has had a big second quarter after trailing by a point at the end of 1. Smart with Brown on him, clears the deck, and Smart scores. Langford switches on to him. He's a good defender, but a young player. Irving flashes to the middle. Irving rises up off the window over Grant Williams. Durant with Grant Williams on him. And Durant, they clear it out, and he'll take it, and he'll knock it down. Boy, there is no defense. A little over 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Harden goes to work. Fournier's on him, shakes him. Harden scores.
He didn't shake him.
James Harden with 15 points in the quarter. Tatum kicks it to Fournier. Got it just before the clock expired. Fournier hits a corner 3.
Look at the beginning of this third quarter. See if they're able to clean up some of that stuff on the defensive end.
Here's Kevin Durant. And Durant gets loose for the first shot, rattles one home, the king of the mid-range. Vaccinations are up across the country, certainly encourage that. And it's great to see fans in the stands as Tatum finally gets one to go. Been a lot of paint swapped inside as well. Durant for 3, got it. Through that second quarter and starting this third, they're up 18 points. Brooklyn. And now Tatum on the back cut gets right by Durant. Nice find, and Tatum scores again. Should ahead. Romeo Langford. Numbers here. Langford, KD there defending. And the Nets get the ball back. Man, what a horrible transition opportunity for Boston. And Griffin scores on the other end.
And I think you'll see DeAndre Jordan have more minutes, be more critical part to the Brooklyn, in particular on the defensive end. You see KD pull up for another jump shot. Let me tell you something.
24-point Brooklyn lead. Tatum, little turnaround is good. Man, so much skill. And Jason Tatum.
Happened to occur too is so critical, and that totally changes. Look what happened with Anthony Davis today. Earlier when he went out, see Fournier with it, when he went out the game.
Led by 13 at the half. And now up 100-77, 23-point advantage. Kyrie Irving makes it a 26-point lead. And Jaylen Brown. And you do start to wonder where the Celtics can go offensively as Durant knocks down a jumper sitting at 83.
Well, yeah, I mean, the Celtics don't have a lot of offensive weaponry with weapons without Jaylen Brown, of course, and Kemba not on the court.
There goes Tatum. Nice finish at the rim for Jason Tatum. Shut out in the second quarter. Tatum still dealing with that groin injury, remember. So we'll see how long they're going to let it ride as Durant just keeps on pouring it in. Made 29 field goal attempts, only missed 12 in those 2 quarters, the second and third. Irving is just sending silencer after silencer up. Parker with a rebound. You mentioned Jabari Parker. I mean, it is an incredible story that he's made it back to this level. A lot of hard work went into it as he knocks that one down. But 2 ACL injuries back to back. He's still only 26 years of age, Jabari Parker.
And James Harden, speaking of that, not only losing, but how you lose. And then in the last game, see a great defensive play that time by James Harden, gives it back up. See if Boston can score the ball.
Yeah, Romeo Langford.
The unnecessary mental error fouls that we got to eliminate.
Durant once again. Durant, Irving, Harden all playing 38 minutes. Bodies on the floor. And Brown, that play has worked all night long. Harden, by the way, accounted for 68 of the 141 points when you add his assists. So it wasn't just